Hey everybody, Uber Dante here, and today I'd like to show you a new game I've designed with a traditional deck called Black Diamond. And I'm probably going to enter this in BoardGameGeek's traditional deck contest for 2024. There's no rules up yet. This is all I have. So hopefully this will explain the rules until I get a proper rules document up. And what you're seeing right now is the end game. This is a completed game victory, and you can kind of see this black diamond shape. Outside is these black cards, the inside is these diamonds. So that's the goal of the game, is to kind of create this black diamond. And so last year I entered a game called Club Fight, which was basically the club suit versus the other suits, kind of. So I had the same idea this time around. You'll have these diamond suits, and instead of kind of being on the offensive and trying to take out the other cards, you're going to kind of be on the defensive, and these diamond cards will be here in the center. These are actually stacks of cards, and you're kind of defending against these. It's not really a fighting game, but you kind of placing these black cards, so the clubs and spades, onto this grid, and you're hoping to get all 26 of those clubs and spades onto this grid before you run out of your diamonds. So you'll be placing cards from your diamond deck on top of cards that are already there. Sometimes you might be discarding cards from the grid, and but your end goal is something like this. And something you might notice is all these cards that are placed, they alternate spades and clubs. So that's one of the rules of placement. You have to alternate clubs and spades. And then if you look down in the bottom corner, I have this reference sheet, and this is the maximum amount of cards that are allowed in each area of the board. So these outer 4 cards can allow 3 cards. We go 1 layer in. These kind of 4 corners allow 4, and then the middle one allows 5. So if I were to add an extra card here, then once I get to the maximum, I have to discard those. And when I do that, I also need to replace every card that every red card that this area is touching. So in the case of this middle area, it's touching 4 red cards, so I'd have to get rid of all of those. In the case of this outer one, so if I placed another card here, got rid of those, I just have to replace the 7. Now, my current situation, if I had to do that, I don't have any cards in my diamond deck, so I would lose the game. But usually would. So I'm going to start the game over, but just want to give you a look at the end game, so you can kind of see what the goal is and a few of those rules. So I've got this up on playingcards.io. It will start a new game if I click this button. So we'll go ahead and do that. What you'll do if you have a regular deck is you're going to separate the diamonds into one deck. So I have the diamond deck up here. And then you'll completely remove the hearts and the jokers from the deck, and you'll just shuffle the black suits, the clubs, and the spades, and make a second deck. And you're basically drawing from that black deck, and you'll draw 2 cards at a time. And you need to place these 2 cards onto the grid before you draw again. I already mentioned, like, some of the rules, like you can't have 2 cards of the same suit next to each other. But explain some other rules of how you place the cards. So basically, let's say you have these 4 cards here, and if you're placing, let's see, the card that you place has to be the sum or the product, or I'm missing my math words here, the difference between the cards that appear next to it. So I'm just going to go ahead and play a card here. So I'm going to play this 4 between the ace and the 3. So this holder touches like 2 different cards. So we got the ace is 1 and the 3. So you can say 1 plus 3 is 4. So that's a legal move to play this here. I could also play it in the middle because those are both touching, and I can just ignore other cards. If you're playing in the middle, your card could be, you could use, if I had a 10 or something, I could put the 9 and the ace, or if I had an 8, it could be like 11 minus 3. I could play that here. I'm going to place this here. This 3 plus 1 is 4. If I had an ace, I could play here. So these outer ones, they're only really touching this one card. So this could, it's a jack basically, but I changed the deck so it's a little bit easier to see since there's math involved. So instead of jack, queen, king, I've got 11, 12, 13 here, but this would be a jack, and jacks are 11, queens are 12, kings are 13. So I could place an 11 or a jack here. I could place a 3 here. Those would be the only cards I could place there. If I had an ace, for example, I could place it in any of the 4 areas around the ace. I hope that makes sense. So I have this 2 I need to place. So if I look over here, I have 11 minus 9 is also 2. So I can place that right here. And I'll try to avoid this middle area. I mentioned before, if any of your areas fill, you have to discard them. And at the same time, you need to replace any of the cards that are touching it. So if I managed to get 3 cards over here, then I would need to replace this card, and I would just drag another one on top of it. But if I placed one in the middle, that's touching all 4. Sorry, not if I discarded these cards in the middle, because I got to 5, then I would have to discard. Not discard, I have to replace all 4 of these cards from my diamond deck. Okay, so I'm just going to keep playing. There's probably some other rules that are coming up. Things that you can do when you can't play. So we'll just keep going. I'll draw 2 here. Now I've got a 7 and an ace. So I know I can play this ace here. Okay. And then I'm trying to figure out this 7. What can I do? So I can use addition, subtraction, multiplication, or division to try to get them. So if I don't see anything on the outside, there's often ways you can manipulate stuff in here. So, for example, 11 minus 1 is 10, minus 3 is 7. So I can throw this one in the middle. And I'll draw 2 more. And I've got another ace. So I can play this here because they're different suits. So that's a legal move. I couldn't play this 3 over here, like I was saying, like 3 times 1, or 3 divided by 1 is 3. I can't play that one in here. But it doesn't matter because I can play this 3 down here. So I can't play clubs on clubs, spades on spades. All right, doing good so far. Let's draw 2 more. I've got another 3, put that here, and I've got a king or a 13 of clubs. So I've got a lot of clubs here. I don't see, like this would be 14. I placed it here. That's not good. I could do 11 plus 3 minus 1 is 13. I could play that here, but because of the 2 clubs rule, I can't play that. Okay, so now we're in a situation where I can't play this card. So I have some different options. I could just grab another card from here. and see what it is, and then place it in here and see if that will help me place the 13. And that's probably what I'm going to do. I could also, at the same time, I could just clear these, one of these other areas early. So I could just say, I'm going to clear this. This area can hold 4 cards, but I'm just going to clear this early, just get that out of there. So it frees up the grid, and then it also just replace these 2. I could do the same with this ace. But I got 2 cards here, so I could discard that and put a different one in there. So that's kind of a decision you have to make. You don't know what the card is, so you can't flip the card and then say, I got what I wanted. I got a 4, so I'm going to put it here. If you pick the card, then you can't then discard these. So you discard this first and then pick a card. So if I'm hoping for a 4, so I could have 9 plus 4 here or something. I could try to discard those, but I'd have to place this here. So I think I'll just pick another card and see where it goes. Because if I get a 10 or something, I could put it here, and then I could play the 13 here. Let's see. This might be tricky. Okay, so I got a 7. Yeah, so what I really need is either like a 13 or something that's going to add up to 13 here or here, because I can't play in the middle. And I could discard this one in the middle, but then I'd have to replace all 4 of these cards, which might not be a bad idea, but yeah. Okay, so yeah, if I get a 2, I could put it here. If I get a 6, not 6, if I get a 4, I could put it here or here. Oh boy. All right, well, let's just put it here and pick another one and hope for something good. An 8. That's not helpful either. Let's put that here. 13, okay. All right, so I ended up going through 3 cards that time, which wasn't great. Let's just put that here, I guess. I don't know. Here. Let's put it here, I guess. Then I can finally get rid of that 13. So that wasn't great, but we'll see what happens next. 2 more. Now I got an 8, which I covered up that 8, unfortunately. But 11 minus 3 is 8, so I can play that. And 13 minus 11 is 2, so I can play that. So that's a good move. 6 and 12. Okay. I don't see. Well, a 13 minus 7 is 6, so I can definitely put that there. And I'm guessing there's some kind of combination where I could get 13, get 12 here. 7 plus 3 is 10. 13 minus 3 is 10. I can't really divide any of these numbers. Unfortunately, we got 8, 4. Boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. Do I have something I can do? 21. No. 24. 20. 20. 13 plus 7 is 20. Minus 11 plus 3 is that's 8, right? So we got 20 minus 8 is 12. All right. So I'm almost like inclined to just say you can always play in the middle as long as it's not the same suit, because if you fool around with 4 numbers long enough, you probably get it most of the time. So I'm almost inclined to just make this like a free area. But I guess it's good for your brain to do a little bit of math as well. Okay. Draw 2 more cards. All right. Man. 9 and 10. Okay, so 7 plus 3 is 10. But I'm concerned about this 9 because I have 2 clubs here. But I don't. There's no 9, right? So. Okay. Let's just do the 13 minus 3, or put that there, and I think I'm gonna have to draw because even if I could play in the, I can't really play in the middle, and none of these is gonna give me what I want as far as 9 is concerned. And my diamond deck is getting low here. 10. Okay, that's not good. Let's play here. If I get like a ace, I can play at one of these spots. 4. Ooh boy, this isn't good for me at all. Okay, put that there. Almost probably would have been better to go get rid of those and just get all new ones, because I'm probably going to drag 4 cards out of here. And I'm still in a spot where these are filling up. 5. Okay, so I can play my 5 here. Now I have 5 plus 4 is 9, and I'm at 3. So 1 more card in here, and I'm going to have to clear these. And I've only got 3 cards left. And I got to get through 12 more cards here. So this game is not going well for me. Okay. 5 I can throw over here. And then 13. Jeez. I don't know. I assume I could probably get 13 here somehow. Yeah. 5 times 4 is 20, minus 7 is 13. Now I'm at 4, so I got 1 card left here. This isn't going to go well for me, because if I fill this up, I need to fill it. I need 4 cards here, and I've only got 3 in my diamond deck. So this is probably not going well for me. 11. Okay. I can put 11 here. And I can put 8 here. 7 plus 4 is 11. 5 plus 3 is 8. All right. I'm just hanging on by just a little bit. It's okay if I put something in here and have to replace those 2, because I still have 3. 7. Good. I'd have to replace that 7, though. I could place the 7 here. And then I have that 4. Okay, well, definitely 4 we'll put here. Let's put 7 here. Yeah, I could put it here and get something new, but let's just put it here for now. We got 6 cards left. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to have to replace something, obviously. But I got 3 cards, so as long as it's not this middle one, I'll be okay. If I fill this one up, I just have to replace these 2 cards. If I fill this up, it's just the 1. All right, let's see what we got. There's some tension here at the end of the game. Okay, 9. Yeah, 9 would work here. Then I have to replace those, and I would replace those immediately. So if I can't play this 12, I could play the 12 here. It's 4 times 3 is 12. But that would clear this middle area and I would lose the game because I don't have enough cards to fill in. The one thing I'm thinking about the game is like if you don't have enough cards to fill it in, you would just fill in what you can, and then whatever you couldn't fill in, you would just remove those cards from the game. So then I wouldn't have, like if I had 3 cards here, I wouldn't be able to do anything with this card. I would just have these 3 cards I have to fill in whatever's around there. But I think it's simpler the way it is, where if you don't have the cards, you lose. Okay, I don't see a place for 12, so I will do that. Now we got 4, so we filled up. This is the first time we filled something up. I'm going to take those in the discard. And then I have to replace the 2 cards that were touching that. And I usually just start at the top of the 1, 2, 3, 4. So you don't look at it and then decide where it goes. Solitaire, you can play whatever, however you want to cheat, you can cheat. But to be fair, I'm going to do that. So I've got a 2, and give me a 10. Have we seen 10 yet? I think we already saw 10. 12. Okay, 12 works because I can place this here. Do I still have a chance? There's 4 cards left. 10 and 11. Okay. I can play the 10 here because 12 minus 2 is 10. I don't think I could play this 11 anywhere. So, I think that is game over. I came pretty close as we see this playingcards.io advertisement. Perfect timing. I don't see anywhere I could place this 11. I could play it here, but 7 and 2, there's no way I can get 11. And 7 and 3, there's no way I can get 11. So those are the only, and here I could play it. No, yeah, I could play it there. So actually, I do have one more card. Sorry, I have one more card here. So if like this is like an 11 or something, I could play it here and then play my 11 here or something. Let's see what it is. It's 6. Doesn't help me. 6 doesn't help me. So I could just, play that somewhere. But it's not going to help me at all. And so that's a loss, but I got close. This is very much a work in progress. So I expect the rules are probably going to change when I start sharing this with other people. People will give me some feedback. So, stay tuned. I've got a work in progress thread, so you follow that along. You can see if the rules change or what kind of feedback I get from this. And if you do give it a try, please tell me what you think. I really appreciate that. And as always, thank you very much for watching.